Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome back. Another episode, New Wave Radio. It's your main man, Taz, on VTRadio.com. Taz, the influence, on VTRadio.com. You can follow us on Instagram, VTRadio. You can follow us also on Instagram at Taz_influence on Instagram, and on Facebook that's Magi Productions, MAJII Productions. All right, and you can also follow us on Twitter at Taz_influence. Okay, so that's how we doing this. It's a beautiful September 11th, 2020. Let's hear it. Shouts out to this week. Yeah. We got a few things to talk about. We got a few things to cover. But this is how we going to start it off this week. How we starting it off this week is a little different. And that's cool. That's what we need right now. A little difference. So, a friendly reminder from our good friend Toby Nwigwe on Instagram, pushing a great message, trying to remind us of something that we shouldn't even have to be reminded of, but this is a statement that is needed to be said and said over again until we really get it.
Before we get started with the full presentation, we have a little message for the governing forces in Kentucky.
I need you to
talk to him.
Arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. Arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. And Elijah McClain too.
Yeah.
Arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. Please bring justice. Arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor and Elijah McClain too.
Now that was a message. That was a message we all needed. Let's remember, arrest these killers of Breonna Taylor and Elijah McClain, because they're still out there, and the justice system isn't just until justice is brought home for them and others who have had to deal with this under this tyranny of just police brutality and blatant disregard of black lives. So let's just remember and dedicate this show and every show to not only black lives but the injustice of this police system. So that was just to cover that. But don't think we're not going to cover another Karen, uh, another situation like this, dealing with a Karen. And I think this situation was so crazy and so just unbelievable. And this is one of those things that uh, it deals with this new Corona school, Corona learning education policy we're trying to do right now. And this is one of those things that just kind of gets under my skin. We're gonna talk about that, but then we're gonna also talk about um, these shows that's coming out. I Man, look, I think this week of shows has been action packed. Way too many to even try to keep up with. We're gonna talk about the new versus battle that is happening this Sunday. I, this is something that we wanted to happen before Corona was here. This is something we wanted to see for the last, what, 10, 20, 30 years. And we finally getting it on a platform like this. So, shouts out to Swiss Beats and Timberland. Woo! Look, y'all already know what I'm talking about. We're gonna cover that, and then the later part of the show is going to be about, once again, businesses. How do we create them? How do we conquer them? How do we keep them up and going and pushing our narrative and pushing our business to be profitable and to also be lucrative in this time right now. So, that's today's topic on New Wave. We're going to jump right into it. Let's really talk about, let's just get this out the way. This new situation we have, and I think it's across the nation now, where we all heard about the seventh grader who has been not only suspended, but now has a criminal record because he was playing with a toy gun in his home. So, like I said, it's a toy gun that he had in his home. And he not only got arrested and now has a criminal record, but he's suspended from school. So this happened to 12-year-old Isaiah Elliott, who was suspended for 5 days for bringing a facsimile of a firearm to school. And what they mean by that is to say that while he was on a Zoom class, because obviously nobody is going to school at the moment, while he was attending his Zoom classroom, he was playing around in his room on camera with a Nerf gun. And with this Nerf gun, not only did the teacher call the police, But the police came, didn't arrest, like, didn't, first off, didn't try to investigate what was going on. Didn't, like, go for the parents first. Went straight for the child, this seventh grader, 12 years old. A 12-year-old automatically went for the 12-year-old and automatically arrested that 12-year-old for having a Nerf gun. God, do you understand, like, how absurd this story is? Like, I don't know if people really get it. Like, 12-year-old boy, where it's first a Nerf gun. And if you see the pictures, guys, you can look it up online. It's a green and orange gun. It's a green and orange gun. You could tell it's plastic. And this young man got suspended from school because the teacher said he brought a gun to school, as in thoughts that he could first harm other kids in their room, in their homes, from his home, with that gun. But also, the police didn't, like, try to further look into this. Like, nobody said, oh, it's a toy. Like, nobody said it's a toy. They just automatically criminalized this young man. This is the system. This is the system we're talking about. If you're ever unsure about what we mean when we say a unjust and unfair and corrupt system, this is the system we're talking about. He was not a threat to anyone. He was not a threat to any of his classmates. He was not a threat to his teacher or any other schoolmates he may have had. He was not a threat to any police. He's a 12-year-old. This is the system we're talking about. So, I think that's crazy. I think as a black man, I sit here and evaluate stories like that and fear for my young black man who has to deal with things like this for no reason. And no one ever thinks or second guesses or tries to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, no one ever tries to say, oh, he's a child before he's black. He's a child before he's a threat. It's a toy before it's deadly. No one ever thinks that. I think that's the disheartening part of this story. Just another realization of you never get the same chance. And that's why we do these marches and movements. For that chance right there. So I just hope that justice is brought to that young man. Uh, I hope that teacher is fired. I hope that school has new policies put in place. Um, I hope those policemen are also suspended, if not fired, especially without any pay. I hope they get sued. Um, Makes no sense. So, but we're gonna be on to the next. I think the next thing we need to talk about is, I guys, look, be real with y'all. I don't know how to keep up right now with all these shows. We gotta cover all these shows, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm tripping over P-Valley. I don't know um if I need to watch Power Book 2. I We even got what, The Boys streaming on Amazon Prime. Like, it's so much going on right now. Yo, and I've been hearing the talks about P-Valley, right? I've been hearing them about them. And I'm not sure if I really need to watch this. Y'all gotta tell me if I gotta watch this or not, cause yo, I'm just getting caught up. I'm 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 finishing Power Book 1. I'm getting into Power Book 2. I sat down and I'm watching Pose. I'm sitting with. I see that the boys. I keep hearing the boys are being dropped every Friday on Prime. So, guys, us as a culture, I don't know what we gotta do. Like, I don't know how as a culture we keeping up with anything right now. Like, we got full-time jobs, full-time corona, full-time kids, full-time personal lives, and then we still gotta watch these full-time shows. Man, look, somebody make it easy. I, Somebody make it easy for us. And see, I can't watch none of these shows because as soon as I start, here come all of y'all doing who watch it right on time. I don't know what life y'all got, but y'all watch it right on time, and y'all be spoiling it for the rest of us. Like, chill. What happened to like that weekend? Like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all the rest of the weekend, and then boom, we gonna talk about it on Monday. Like, guys, give me some time, please, before you spoil it. I don't need to be like, I don't need you giving me exposition. I don't need you to give me transitions of the show. I don't need you to give me the music bed that's in this show. Yo, I just need you to be like, okay, we gonna talk about it Monday morning as soon as you get on the timeline. Like, that's all I need. Everything else that you talking about, come on, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Y'all killing me. Y'all really killing me with these shows, man. I promise you. We gonna have to find a different way to do this. So, I'm gonna take my time out. I'm gonna finish some of this stuff. Hopefully, I can get around to all of them. But if I don't, look, y'all could then kind of hit me with some of this stuff, but not all at once, man. Look, so that's what we gonna do. We gonna follow this, And then if it's some other shows y'all want me to see and review and watch and all of that, just let me know, man. I'll watch it. Uh, um, y'all gotta just point it out to me. Just comment below like, oh, these are the shows that you need to watch, whatever. I'll take a chance. I'll take a look. So just let me know. Uh, but man, look, what we really gotta talk about, what we really gotta cover, what we really got to like step into. I didn't think, we've been in Corona for. It's really just been since the beginning of the year, y'all. Like, you know, from February on, we've been battling this virus and uh, just trying to find ways to deal with this new living with, social distancing, not being in big crowds, not wandering so much, and and I don't know about y'all, but you know, the new creative ways that everyone's been building on and branching out to and stepping out with uh to get us closer as a society, to get us closer as people, and to keep us in the feelings of like, okay, we're not out of a certain life loop, right? Um, so I have to thank Timberland, and I have to thank Swiss Beats for coming out with verses, because this has been this has been like the culture. It's been the defining moments. It's been the the oohs and the ahs throughout Corona, right? But when I say y'all just hit me with like a Mike Tyson type punch, y'all really went for it, and I love yo. We have Patti-Labelle versus Gladys Knight. I don't know if y'all heard me. What I said is we have Patti-Labelle versus Gladys Knight. Now, I it's been crazy watching this before. Watching all this versus stuff and getting into the hype. We did the Beanie Man for the Islanders. We did Teddy for the men back in that was another legendary one. I'm not gonna overlook that one. That was legendary. Uh we did the dog fathers of the game. But this one gonna hit a little different, y'all. The soul. You know what I feel like? Patti-Labelle versus Gladys Knight is like the legendary form of Erica Badu versus Jill Scott. It's that type of legendary that it just ascended to another generation. Like, guys, do y'all understand what these women mean to the culture? Look, these are these are road trip songs. These are family reunion at night songs. These are cleaning cleaning up, singing with your mom and dad, and for y'all, the generation that lived during this era, these are songs that you was blown away at when you were out eating with people. Some of your best memories. This was this was the oh, Miss Gladys dropped another hit. Not again, Miss Gladys. This was Miss Patty hit another note. That Miss Patty. Yo, I'm telling you, these are getting bad. Like, I don't know what y'all gonna do to top these. Like, I don't know what can y'all do. How can y'all do this? When can y'all do this? Like, how y'all gonna top just another one of these? The only thing now y'all can do is literally just resurrect uh Michael Jackson and Prince and just have them go at it. Like, it's now that time. I don't know how who y'all got to talk to. Um, I don't know if you can call management from heaven or tell the universe reverse something so we can have a versus battle. But we gotta do something, guys. I don't know if y'all gotta call family up so they could come in, fly in, and do they, you know, uh, be held representation of these kings. But I think that's the only way y'all gonna be able to do it now. That's the only way y'all gonna be able to keep up with the verses, guys. Y'all hitting these legendary things, right? I love it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, please. So we can keep jamming out. Because trust me, Sunday, don't hit my line. Don't hit my line. Nobody who know, don't hit my line. I'm gonna be on Instagram. We all going live together. Look, remember Taz_influence. This is how we doing it. We watching Miss Patty and Miss Knight go at it. This is where we at with it, guys. It's time. And I've been ready if I've never been ready for anything else. So I'm excited. I can't wait. Y'all know I can't wait. And boy, we are here for it. So I think I just had to cover that, y'all. I'm sorry if I got like a little too much into it, but that was just a little, that was just a little thing we had to discuss, cause why not? It's legendary. Um, and you already know. You already know what we about to do. You already know before this break how we gonna end y'all off. Do how we gonna do this right. Uh, we're going to give y'all. You are now tuned in listening to Taz the Wise Man, Taz the Influence, and you are listening to us on vtradio.com. All right? So remember, you can go ahead and follow us on Instagram at vt_radio.com. VT underscore radio. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Taz underscore influence. Then you could go head over to Facebook, follow Magi Productions, Majii Productions. You feel me? Right there. Majii Productions. And then you can also follow our YouTube channel, Magi Productions. So you can see the show if you don't get the chance to listen to the show. Alright? So look, we're gonna jump right back in. We're gonna cover something that's very important that's been the topic of the show and the new wave in general, which is, man, get your business up. This is the time. These are the times to be finding those niches and clinging on to them and driving home to them. Man, we already said this. Whatever, if you go back to earlier shows, we've talked about how your niche is the thing that you just find you occupy your time with. You find that it's the thing that keeps you busy, keeps you moving forward. It occupies your mind when you're trying to clear it. So you take that niche and you find a way for it to be lucrative, or you find something as lucrative and as enjoyable as that is. And that's what we need to push, guys. Turning your niche into your brand, and your brand being what you have as your own person, your spin, and putting it onto your niche. That is your brand. Your brand is your way of spinning the same thing somebody else may have spun. It's like listening to a song and you hear a different flow from two different people on the song. It's finding your own flow, and that's what you have to do right now. People don't pay for people don't pay for they don't pay for the use of something anymore. It's a million things now. Nowadays we got 12 different podcasts and 12 different shoe companies, 12 different shirt companies, 12 different nail technicians. It's no difference between like who's doing what and what's going on. The brand, it's what they bring to that to that line of work. It's the same reason why you go somewhere and ask for specific people, because you love what their brand of work is. And that's what you have to do when you're building a content and rapport for things, man. Make sure your customer service is on point. Make sure, and customer service meaning just like the connection between you and your audience, between you and your customers, between you and the consumer. Just make sure you and your viewer, like, make sure what you're bringing is genuine to you, because if it's not genuine to you, it's gonna die out, and you're not gonna have the passion for it. It's going to go, then it's gonna hit a brick wall. Why? Because you never saw it going anywhere. You just did it just to do it. Like, you don't want to further it. You don't want to dive into it. You just doing it just because it's the now. Like, yeah, you find your niche and you turn it into a thing, but let it be something you really enjoy. When you really enjoy it, it's never gonna die for you. It's never going to die for you. Don't. So guys, that's one thing about your business. That's what you build on. But then what you also build on is finding ways to market that. Stay active, guys. Stay active. Stay active. Post about what you're doing. Comment on people's stuff. Make sure, do your videos, do your blogs. Take time out, man, because it takes a schedule. It takes a schedule to set things up, to post things up, to understand, what's moving right now. Like, if you on Instagram right now, you know what's really moving. Your reels, man. Your reels are the things that's driving everybody crazy. It's like, okay, I see you. Like, was your videos, by now it's your reels. It gives you that now feeling. And that's how you stay in the now, by understanding, like, okay, what is it that I can push? What is it that I can say in these few seconds and few minutes that I have to, branch out and brand out. And you don't have to say much, guys. You really don't. You don't have to go in there and create a thesis. Don't do that to yourself. Take your time out. Just do something real simple that you you are interested in, that caught your attention about the way you do your thing, and push that. And let that be your bread and butter. Because that's the way to market what you're doing right now. Right now, that's the way to really build upon and fill yourself out. And once you build upon and fill yourself out on those ways, and you push all of the things you have, and push your websites, push your your other businesses, push all your other stuff. Be creative with it. It's always a way to get things up and running, and it's even certain sites that will help you keep that up and running. You got Wix, you got Weebly, you got GoDaddy, you got a million ways to help you out, man. A million. And you don't have to worry so much. Even with those websites I just named, they all have formats. They all have ways to help you. Simply post something, simply push something, simply create a schedule for you. You just upload the content. That's it. Take your time out, man. Take your time out. Because you are your brand. You are your butter. And live by it, guys. Like I said, if you don't have a passion for it, then it's not going to push. It's not going to move. It's not going to be what you want it to be. Have a push. Have a purpose for it. It's going to work out. Great quote is that you always remember this. You never bend, you never break, you never fold. It's never less, it's always more. And remember that. That's from Taz the Influence himself. So, just remember, and know that whatever you do and whatever you plan to chase after and achieve, you can do it when you want to do it. So remember, we always, and if you got any questions, if you got any concerns, let us know. We here to help, guys. We here to point y'all in the right directions and how y'all can go ahead, move forward, and build forward on the things that you want to do and the movement that you want to create. Because remember, this ain't a low tide, it's a new wave. And you tuned in to New Wave Radio on VTRadio.com. That's how we do it here. It's been your man Taz, the Wise Man, on VTRadio.com. And we signing out.